Modern dating can be challenging. There will always be difficulties, whether you're a seasoned veteran or a 20 to 30-year-old attempting to navigate the dating world. And while we all expect that our love relationships would last forever, that isn't always the case. Things have indeed changed over the years, and if you need to win in the dating scene, stick to the end of the video and follow these few invaluable tips. So, what can make a man irresistible and a hotshot in dating? 1. Keep your ex in the past, and don't bring her up again. There is a reason why an ex is an ex. She has no place in the present and belongs in the past. Although talking about relationships is a common topic in dating chats, keep your tales to the details of how long you dated and how it ended, assuming it wasn't too traumatic. Every guy has a Taylor Swift issue, but it's optional to provide every single detail. However, dates are not the best place to complain about former relationships. You're out with a respectable woman who accepted your invitation to go on a date. Only drop the heartbreak tales if she is a doctor specializing in heart issues and you hired her to listen to you. Your ex is irrelevant to anyone, regardless. 2. There are fewer options for partners than many like to admit. There is no doubt that nowadays, people appear to have fewer dating options than older generations had. This is due to various factors, including the stinging issues where many men continue to live at home with their parents, work several jobs, and have student loan debt. Meeting new people and going on dates is challenging because of all of these issues. However, even when the pool appears small, there are still ways to locate possible partners. Put yourself out there and take someone out the traditional way. These can assist you in making connections with folks you would not normally encounter while you are just on your couch blaming yourself. 3. Ghosting is a common occurrence. For young men, ghosting is a genuine issue that is all too often. It happens when a person you're dating abruptly stops returning your calls, texts, and messages. They simply vanish without leaving any trace. You are not alone if you have experienced ghosting. 1 in 5 persons, on average, is said to have dealt with it at some point. And it's getting worse. According to recent research, 1 in 10 Americans have experienced ghosting. Numerous factors might cause someone to ghost you. Perhaps they met someone else and chose to focus on that connection instead. Or perhaps they aren't prepared for a meaningful commitment. Whatever the cause, it may be upsetting and perplexing. If you've been ghosted, attempt to move on or find closure. 4. Your dating app profile should never replace one-to-one conversations. You most likely have 1 or more dating apps on your phone if you're like most young men. Additionally, the likelihood is high that you've encountered some profiles on one of the well-known applications that have left you wondering, why bother? I don't even have to leave my sofa to get to know this person. I can just message them. But here's the thing. Having a dating app profile should not replace the necessity of having a one-to-one conversation. It always has a negative impact if you keep chatting with people on your phone. Why though? It causes erroneous expectations in individuals. It's simple to say things you may not mean in person when you converse via text. When someone eventually meets you and finds out you're not quite what they were anticipating, this might subsequently cause disappointment. 5. Before you meet the one, you'll probably date a few individuals. The sad reality is that you will probably date multiple individuals before discovering the one if you're searching for a long-term commitment. Going through the dating process can be challenging and stressful, but it's critical to keep in mind that every individual you meet is assisting you in defining what you want in a mate. Being rejected is one of the most challenging aspects of dating. If someone doesn't reciprocate your attention, it's simple to get dejected, but it's crucial to keep in mind that there are a lot of other fish in the water. Maintaining your composure and moving on to the next person is the greatest approach to handling rejection. 6. Don't be scared of a little period of singledom. It may benefit you. Being single is not inherently bad. In actuality, there are benefits to being single. You have more time to think about your satisfaction and your own needs. Although being in a relationship may be wonderful, it also takes a lot of effort. It's okay to be single for a time if you're not prepared for that kind of commitment. However, you should be aware of the hard reality of being alone. You can lose an attractive personality when you keep to yourself for so long. Also, people frequently believe that being in a relationship is necessary for happiness. Simply said, this is untrue. To be content and happy, you don't need to be in a relationship. Take advantage of your alone time to develop personally while having fun. Who knows, you'll run across someone amazing when you least expect it. 7. Even in the best of circumstances, relationships require work. Even in the best circumstances, partnerships require work, which is a cold, hard fact. Relationships are not always warm and cozy. Even the happiest couples have to work hard to keep their relationship together, since no relationship is flawless. It's crucial to remember that for a relationship to be healthy, you and your spouse must put forth an effort. This does not imply that you can never unwind or take a break from improving your connection, but it does imply that you should always be considering approaches to accomplishing so. Is there anything you could do to improve yourself so they'd be happier? Keeping the lines of communication open with your spouse is crucial. Talk about what's upsetting you instead of keeping it inside. Also, pay attention to what they say to you. 8. Avoid lies. They break everything. The unpleasant reality of dating is that people lie, and you will do so occasionally. You could exaggerate your age, weight, employment position, or family status. Perhaps you've made false statements about your income, residence, or vehicle. Sometimes we want to seem more desirable to our possible companions. It's not necessarily nasty conduct. However, lying is never a wise course of action in the long term, regardless of the motivations. The truth will surface sooner or later, and when it does, it might lead to a variety of issues. Because you weren't upfront with them from the beginning, the person you're dating can feel deceived and upset. Additionally, it could be worse if they learn about it from someone else, such as a friend or family member. Therefore, if you're tempted to lie, remember truthfulness is always preferable in the end, even if it means that the outcome you were hoping for might not come to pass. 9. Set realistic expectations. Nobody is flawless. Even the attractive ladies you see on television and in movies have defects. They are too skillful at disguising them. Don't expect your date to be able to transform her into a goddess when you take her out on a date. When women are exhausted from a long day at work, they snore, weep, yawn, fart, crap, and even sleep talk. They aren't flawless, just like you. When you see them on your first date, don't pass judgment. Don't pass judgment. 10. Quit using the same ridiculous excuses. It is quite okay if you neglect to contact or text her a day or two after your date. After the first date, women won't push themselves on you if you don't show any interest at all, but at least come up with an explanation for it. Fine if you don't like her. Just quit blaming anything or someone else for your busy schedule at work. Just tell her straight out that you have no interest in talking to her. Or perhaps all you want is sex, which she definitely won't let you have, which explains the lack of communication. If you are upfront with a woman about your situation, rather than making up pathetic justifications, she will respect you more. To have the best chance of discovering a lasting relationship, it is crucial to be informed of the harsh realities of dating. Keep an open mind, maintain your good attitude, and refrain from taking anything personally. The most essential thing is never to be ashamed to ask for assistance when needed. Good luck, mate. Also, like, subscribe, and share so that we can get more information out there and the young men out of the matrix and the lies that have been fed to them over the years.